Okay, so my project is called Authentication Master. And the reason behind me creating this project is to show those in low income neighborhoods, those in low income communities, that it takes an added level of security to like have your information protected. So not many people know about cybersecurity or two-factor authentication, or they were never educated about the effects and how easy it is for a hacker to get into your personal information. So that's why I created this website, Authentication Master. So the the first step is to click the try it out button. So when you click the try it out button, the user is going to be prompted to register. So for example, if I wanted to register for an account, we're going to do this. It's going to take in the user's name. I know Holly. And her password is going to be happy 4. And her email address at holly@gmail.com. In a perfect world, this would be able to authenticate the email, but I didn't really have the resources to do that. So my example is just going on based off of the database that I created. So I'm going to click register. And now it says, you have successfully registered. You can now log in. So we go back here. I refresh the page. So see, here's all my users. I now have a new user called Holly, right? We didn't click remember me yet. And her IP address is 1, right? Cool. Now I'm going to log in. I'm not going to log in with Holly, but I'm going to log in with one of my other accounts that I created. So this account is Faith23. And I'm going to put in the password. I'm going to log in. Now, I just logged in from a different IP address. So now it's prompting me to use two-factor authentication. And this is a very important part that I want to get across to my users. You can see that it has a warning. We're going to just ignore that for now. I didn't have the financial resources to connect this to an email SMTP. So I couldn't, send it from my computer using my email address, sending it to the user to authenticate it that way. So theoretically, in a perfect world, this would have worked. However, I'm just going to go back to the database and go to Faith23. And I'm going to enter a code here. So for example, the code, authentication code, which would work if it sent the user an email. So this is what part of the code that works. It actually works, but it has to be connected to a mail server, which I don't have. So I'm just going to create a two-factor code, B2345, BQ2345, right? So that is the two-factor authentication code. I'm going to copy that code, copy. And now I'm going to go in here and the user is just going to put in the code. Submit. Now this has authenticated this IP address. So if you ever use the same IP address, you don't have to do this process. And I wanted to do that in the code so that the user doesn't have to keep authenticating and authenticating and authenticating on the same IP address, right? So now I'm going to go back to log in. Faith23. Then I'm going to put in the password. And I'm going to put login. So now you have successfully logged into our user authentication master prototype. So this is what it's going to probably use it to be. I had to make this page so it can be user friendly. This is the profile. It tells you your name and everything, and your email, the role. So we have admins and members on this website. And then you can also edit your details and put in your username and password. Now I'm going to log out. So that has been my authentication prototype, and this is pretty much how it will work if it was hosted on a website. So I hope you enjoyed my authentication master.